Podcast is canceled. They cut my music down a little bit, keep that going in the background. But what's going on, everybody, is this podcast is canceled, episode 14. Thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to the YouTube. Shout out to everybody listening on the DSPs. Don't forget to follow us. So like the video, subscribe, check us out on Spotify, Apple, everywhere that you can stream, SoundCloud, all that shit. But we here, man. Back another week in this thing. How are y'all doing, my lovely co-host? How are y'all?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Hold on. Can I try that again? Like, I need you to put some, like, aggression in your tone while this record is playing. like, no, I'm glad you're doing well, though. Thank you. I'm glad you're doing well. Jew, you alright?
We in the Billy, man.
That's all you had to say.
You know what I mean?
All you had to say.
Everybody eats, B.
Everybody eats. Everybody eats from the Red Dragon.
Everybody eats from the Yellow Dragon, from the Silver Dragon.
For $8.99. As long as you got your $8.99, everybody eats.
Duck sauce, what you need?
I'm tired.
Oh man. All right, let me go ahead and cut this off. But I was telling you earlier while you was fixing your computer that I feel like that's one of Drake's most underrated. Well, not most underrated, but one is an underrated Drake record. I don't feel like people talk about it a lot.
Are you serious? Really?
At least in my circles and the people I don't hear people mention that record a lot. So I just wanted to play it, give it a little bit of shine.
What's the name of that record?
See? No, it's called Hype.
Yeah, but
that's all views, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why.
Views is one of Drake's best albums ever.
See, I said that,
ever,
but we not had that conversation right now because I said that,
Easy.
but I got called a clown, I got called crazy and whatever now. But I stand by that.
They wasn't outside. They wasn't outside. They weren't popular. They weren't partying.
Clearly.
They weren't fucking bitches. They weren't outside. Because if you were outside, Views was out.
Hold on, she said y'all wasn't getting no bitches.
Y'all wasn't turning the 6 upside down into the 69.
Man.
No, it's man.
Man.
Oh man.
Bruh, the way did they was it who was calling Drake Tom Hanks' son? What's Tom Chet?
Chet Hanks. Chetty boy. What's up, man?
Big Chet.
Oh my God. Let me go ahead and start this shit though. So real quick, before we get started, I just wanted to kind of talk about one quick thing regarding to the podcast. So yeah. It's crazy talk about it. Nah, but
we're canceled. No,
it's canceled. Wrap this shit up. We out of here. But so the last couple of weeks, we've been trying to, improve, make the experience better for people. And just kind of get our platform out there a little bit more. And you guys have been super supportive in that too.
Thank you.
Especially, with the donations and the super chats and everything. You guys have been extremely generous with that, and all three of us up here appreciate that.
Absolutely.
1,000%, more than y'all could know. So
word.
Bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you for your contributions. And on that same token, I kind of wanted to be a little bit, kind of transparent with those of you all listening. This will kind of be easier to digest if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening, just try and follow along with me, or you can just come to the YouTube and pull up the video. But I wanted to kind of have a little transparent moment so you could kind of feel where I'm coming from with this next topic. So, with the donations and stuff that you guys have been contributing to the podcast, obviously we appreciate it. But it kind of goes into one of those things where it's like, what are the splits? What that's really what it comes down to. What the fuck are the splits?
Where is my fucking money?
And that too, right?
That part.
So I'm Cause I seen some shit and it bothered me.
Oh, it bothered me too.
It really bothered me.
I thought it was a prank.
Shit.
We both
Prank
up here.
my
Both up here.
Oh, sorry about that, but
That was scary shit.
You want to loot? Alright.
Yeah, no, we was both up here with the ass face. We were just like,
right. All right, but hold on. Let me try and pull this up for the YouTube. If my fucking this shit makes it so hard to see.
What I
Okay,
have
there we
heard,
go.
if I'm not mistaken, I know Super Chat takes 40%, right?
42.50. So yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So, y'all should be able to see on the screen if you're watching on YouTube.
That's a pimp.
That's a what?
A pimp. A PIMP.
Oh, okay. I thought you was talking about the screen. I was like, huh?
I'm talking about YouTube.
Yeah, nah, YouTube 100%. But nah, so y'all can see on the screen here, right? These are just the super chats that have been contributed to the last few videos that we've done. I specifically want to, we can talk about this one first. So this was episode 12 right here. Y'all can kind of see the mouse moving a little bit, but it was three $25 super chats basically, right? So $75. You think, okay, $75. Hey, I'm grateful for anything. You didn't have to give shit. So I'm 100% grateful for that. So, if we come over here now though, and we go to episode 12, right? We go to the analytics.
how much is a stream worth?
Shit, apparently 50% of whatever the fuck I get.
Look at that. Look at that.
$37.08.
That's crazy.
That's fucking robbery.
That is literally 50% revenue taken for nothing.
Yeah, that's how
For
it
Like
hosting.
I get it. We're on your platform, so you're gonna take a cut. I get it.
Like,
But
10%.
how the fuck is this shit fair?
It's not.
It's not.
Point.
It's sickening.
You shouldn't just be able to take half my shit just because you're the platform. Like, sure, you got the right to. Who the fuck am I? But goddamn, that shit. Like, what the fuck, man?
That's 50%, bro.
That's crazy. I thought it was craziness. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and close it so you could see my. Oh shit, wrong one. No, the right one. Why it's not going on?
You know, cause like you said, bro, nobody had to donate anything, and we don't
Right.
beg people for money and shit like that. So like for us, it was like a real blessing.
Absolutely.
Like wow, like thank you guys, cause like without y'all, like we would just be talking to each other anyway. But it's just like
Right.
to see there actually be value in it, right?
Right.
And then to have that value like put through a fucking a strainer like that, bro. It's just like
It's crazy, and because like I said, like you said, I'm not out here just, begging every 20 seconds for y'all to donate, because it really, if it was 50 cents, a quarter or whatever it was, just the fact that somebody, like you said, just saw enough value or enough interest to even click that button to chip some in, that's what means a lot to me.
Right.
So I fuck with y'all for that reason. And really, out of that same token, I don't feel like it's right for me to take that while half your shit is just going out the fucking window to fucking Google or whoever the fuck is in charge, right? So for that reason, y'all could probably see on the screen already, I have the Cash App tag on the screen. Of course, everything is voluntary. I don't have to give shit, like I said. But if you feel so inclined to support us, that would be the preferred method to do so, just so both of us aren't getting robbed, us and then y'all, the people, the viewers.
Yeah, because
right?
y'all work for that shit, bro. Like y'all send us 25. That's like if I see you on the street, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, good looking, you slide me a dub. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. And
But
then
YouTube was like,
I'm gonna need 50% of that real quick.
I need $10.
Oh man, but yeah. So, like I said, it's there if y'all want it. I just figured that would be a easier, more, a better solution, as opposed to the super chat. So, like I said, if y'all want to support, the Cash App is there. It's in the description. But if y'all don't, then like I said, y'all can just hang out in the chat, listen, kick it with us. Exactly, it's all love. And that's that. Oh, go ahead.
Real quick, people are asking if we should even be revealing this information. One.
No, you can. Okay, yeah.
This is our shit. So, we can talk about what the fuck we want to talk about. And I'm not saying that disrespectfully or nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, for you guys out there who watch this and potentially want to get into something like this, start your own podcast or your own content that you want to put out on YouTube or wherever the fuck. This is kind of helping you guys, too, get a grasp on, like, what the fuck these companies are really doing to us and our content. Like, that's crazy as fuck to me. When he sent us that shit, I almost threw my damn phone.
See, because that shit made me want to go on a rant. Like I get it.
Yeah,
but you know, like I said, it's just part of the game. You know, business is business. People are gonna do what they're gonna do with. They're gonna rob whoever to, you know, meet their bottom line. So it's cool. So I mean, whatever. Like I said, I don't mind showing the shit because one, I'm not looking for it, and two, I don't give a fuck. Like y'all are here fucking with me, so I feel like I can, you know, open up and share that with y'all. So I don't give a fuck about that. But yeah, man, that's that on that. I just wanted to have an open and honest conversation with y'all about, you know, where we stand and how you guys are relevant to this machine. And yeah, man, thank y'all.
Thank y'all. Again, you don't have to support us in that way, and
but you did.
Appreciate everybody who has so far, and to people who whatever come back and listen to this later or whatever the case may be. We appreciate y'all for even being here in the first place. Like,
there you go.
You know,
cause that shit was like, like damn.
Yeah, bro.
Look.
Man, look.
They said I'm gonna need 50%. I said,
beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
I wish I could. I should send you the DistroKid splits too. We should talk about that one day because I have my music out on DistroKid, and we should talk about that because they don't necessarily take a huge percentage. They say that you pay the little price to get your shit uploaded or to have the account or whatever the fuck it is. I think it's like $15. But like after that, if you not fucking Drake or 21 Savage or fucking whoever the fuck, you are seeing penties on the dollar for having people sit there and waste 40 minutes of their time listening to your music or however long your project is or 3 minutes, whatever the fuck. But like you literally have to have like some kind of streaming farm in order to see real benefits from that shit because it's crazy. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
I see why Joe and them kind of go into that on the JBP. I see why they go into that so much because it's crazy. It's
and one thing I'm learning about that too is that, like you said, 90% of people aren't making shit off streams. Like that's literally. We don't know what a stream is worth, but we do know that if you are streaming from the people who get 10 streams to 10 million streams, you're not really getting shit off of streams. The streams are for the algorithms at the end of the day, and algorithms apparently run the fucking world. So if you're not, you know, catering to the algorithm, getting your shit out there like that, then it's like, sorry, you're not streaming. Can't do nothing for you.
They be like, fuck you, nigga. Better figure that shit out.
Oh, man. But yeah, man, it's rough out here, man. It just make me want to just take a load off and just forget about all this shit. But you can't, like, because it's so wrapped up in shit. But it is what it is, man. I've been talking too much. So y'all go ahead.
Speaking of just this is completely random, but I told Clips that I Googled I Googled whether or not dragons was a real thing, and at one point in time, and I just wanted to share my ignorance with people because that shit is still funny to me.
Y'all forgive Jew. He don't know no better. He don't know no better.
I really thought.
He don't know no better.
And then I asked this nigga, yo, so like, what is a pterodactyl? Like a bird? This nigga gonna say, nah, it's a dinosaur, B. And I was like, oh shit.
A prehistoric one at that.
So then I was like, shit, we gotta call an archaeologist.
Archaeologist.
And then he was like, that's not the right thing either. So I was like, oh shit, I don't even know.
Basically, we went on a 5-minute run of him just getting everything fucking wrong. But y'all, again, don't mind you. He don't know no better. All right, man.
I don't.
It was a late night, but anyways, man. What did y'all want to talk about? Y'all done lost my train of thought, man. What did y'all want to talk about?
I just wanted to laugh at the fact that I thought a nigga with fossils was gonna help us decipher the origin of fucking pterodactyls and shit.
They hiding the shit low key. They feeding us the bullshit.
Okay, so man. Fuck it. I'll talk about some shit. Since we were talking about putting out music and shit like that, I do want to share. I guess I can share. I was telling you also a little bit.
Wait, hold on. Before you go into that, because I want to go into that, but we're gonna save that for the tail end. All right, we're gonna say that. Because I'm upset because Zara. Oh shit! Wait, where'd she go? Well, I was about to say Zara had a topic for us to get into, but I think she may be having good computer troubles. So
we're not canceled now.
It might be coming. It might be coming. Look at that timing.
That's crazy timing. So fuck it. I'll just start off with that then.
Well, I do want her to be here for that. So we can just get on something else while we wait for her to figure her thing out.
Basketball? I ain't got nothing else, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. I can get my review of this chicken fried rice. What you want? What you want? Creators create.
Now we're gonna create. And speaking of creating, I wanted to potentially do a new segment. Oh, there she is.
And she took my
hello,
place
welcome back. Can you hear us, Zara?
Wait. Yeah, I can hear y'all now.
Okay, cool.
Oh my gosh, that was so. This technology shit is fucking stressful.
I hear you. You did look a little stressed over there, but I wasn't.
It's
gonna
saying
say
that it's not recording.
What is it? Oh, you know what? I think when you leave, it doesn't. It stops the recording. So it's fine though. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
I can overlap it.
Okay.
But yeah, so I was about to toss to you real quick because I know you had something that you wanted to talk about real quick. Are you good over there?
Are you talking about me? Or I know you was talking to me.
Yeah. Well, you had disconnected like right when I was like trying to toss it, so you probably didn't hear me. But I wanted you to, because I know you had a topic that you wanted us to kind of discuss a little bit here. So I wanted to see if you wanted to go in a little bit on that.
Oh, I was just gonna bring up that I guess whatever day the Grammys it came out, but that was the day that Beyonce became the #1 winning Grammy artist. And with 29 Grammys, I think, in total. And three of those Grammys she got this past time. And two of those Grammys came from her feature on Savage, which I'm not mad about because that was one of the Beyonce's I feel like.
They got 2 Grammys for that?
Yeah. Meg Thee Stallion won 2 Grammys for that song. And then when Meg Thee Stallion wins, of course, Beyonce wins as well. So I'm not mad at Beyonce winning a Grammy for that verse. because I do feel like that was one of Beyonce, like that was like one of those culture shifting verses, like where she said something and people made memes and people made T-shirts. Like it was one of those things. So I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, it's culture.
Right, but my issue kind of comes in with Meg Thee Stallion winning in those two categories that she won that song in, because she was competing against people who I feel like in those specific categories they deserved it.
What were the category?
It was hold on one second. But I know one of them she was competing with the Baby, Little Baby, and Roddy Ricch.
New artist?
Ooh.
No. I think that she.
It better not be new artists.
No, I think she. No, but to be honest with you, I think she deserved new artists. I'm not taking that away from her just because she's been grinding. Now,
She's been grinding.
right?
Exactly.
No, it was the two songs that she won was in Best Rap Song, which she shouldn't have won that for Savage Remix, and then Best Rap Performance, she shouldn't have won that for Savage Remix. Like those are two categories that have better competition.
Now I have two questions. All right, so, well, actually, I just have one question.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, no, two. What does rap performance mean? Like, what does that mean?
Like rap performance can be anything. It could be how you perform the rap, or it could be how you're performing rap.
So how the fuck we know who gonna win that shit or who deserves to win it if the definition just changed?
Because this is my thing, right? Beyonce and Meg Thee Stallion did not make a video for that, so it was not for the actual performance. Because had
I think
Beyonce would, then I could be like, okay, I get it. Like that was iconic. But rap performance,
How did they not make a video for that? That's a mistake.
it was during quarantine.
Man, if you don't. Okay, well, I mean, I guess I can understand it from that aspect. If it's on the way or something like that, whatever. Just to kind of the late rollout.
I don't even care about all that. All I care about is the fact that I think Best New Artist she should have gotten, only because I don't know what other rapper was in that category with her, and Little Baby got passed over for that last year. I want him to get his flowers, but they just keep passing him over for Grammys. Him and Roddy Ricch.
Well, and that's my issue with award shows in general, right? Because they don't know how to categorize this shit. They just be throwing shit in different categories and everything.
Urban.
Yeah, it's like when you talk about like best new artist, right? In my mind, a new artist is somebody who's just recently got hot in the last year or so, right?
Right.
And so, but I don't see the point, because people have been nominated for best new artist for like multiple years straight.
Little Baby and Roddy Ricch being two of them.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, can we define new artists so we can have some criteria as to what this means? There's no structure, which is like, who the fuck, like, who made Grammys or awards important? Like, because it's,
Artists.
well, yes, that's a deeper conversation, but yes, yes, you are right. But I agree with you too on the fact that if the category is best rap song, first off, y'all don't know rap to talk about best rap song.
And then, my bigger issue was just more so the fact that I don't like how white people choose to make statements around Black culture, and I don't like how I do think women, when women compete and they compete better, they deserve to win. But
absolutely,
just giving someone a win because they're Black and they're a woman and it's Beyonce and Meg Thee Stallion, I'm not rolling. Like, it was other people in that category who deserved it more than they did.
Right, and I'm not rolling with that either, because we don't have to create a category for the women. The women is out here killing shit on their own.
Absolutely.
Like if we just level the playing field and got the categories out there, the women are out here killing shit.
Right, they're gonna win regardless.
Yeah, it's like, so I don't need to hold your hand or give you an extra handout for you to win. Like, nah, y'all doing the damn thing. Yeah. And it just gets messy and frustrating when you have all these different categories or different nominees in a particular category, and it just feels like the nominees are really being misrepresented or not being given their fair share or fair shine in the particular category that they're in, because you got to constantly do mental gymnastics to be like, well, I mean, is that really rap? Is she a new artist? Is it like, I shouldn't have to do all that. Like, it should just be a clear cut.
Absolutely.
here are the candidates for this top song, and y'all vote on the winner. Like it should really be that simple, but it's not, and it never will be.
I'm gonna take the Jay-Z approach to all of this.
Fuck the Grammys.
Fuck. Because and I'm not saying that.
Man.
Nah, fuck it. I am saying it because as an artist, for me, I don't look to a panel of complete strangers to give me a certain sense of dignity in my work. I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck who the fuck is on the Grammy board. But you can't tell me that these people, that their opinions just matter more than the people that actually listen to my shit.
Yeah.
That
Or the
part.
people, not even them. I'll take it a step further. The people that are closer to me.
Right.
People that I associate on a day in, day out basis. And I'm not saying everybody, because my music ain't for everybody. Not everybody's music is for everybody. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, it seems to be that people go to the Grammys to gain this sense of like notoriety, and it becomes this like selling point for
Right.
an artist in their career. You look at somebody like
Yeah.
Tyler the Creator, when him and DJ Khaled bumped heads on winning the Grammy for Album of the Year.
I remember that. Yeah.
Khaled was pissed off. Why?
Because that's business.
There's
Exactly.
business behind it.
That's
so
business.
that's why I don't like that the fact that it's this thing, right? It's like a veil. It's a very thin veil for what we will accept in the masses.
Yeah, or even what happened with Weekend, where they basically said like, "Hey, you're either performing at the Super Bowl or at the Grammys. You can't do both." It's just like, fam, what? Fuck y'all.
but-
Like what?
Why can't I just perform wherever the fuck y'all pay me? Like I just don't. I don't
Yeah.
Exactly. And then too,
It's my art.
and that's the point I was just about to make. I think artists, like I was talking to my mom today about having to let go of things in order to receive. And what I find in hip hop culture has this very sick relationship with the infrastructure or the system, so to say. So I think that there are certain things, like you said, fuck the Grammys. Us as a hip hop culture, I'm not even a big hip hop head, but I love hip hop as a culture. I love black men. I love black women. I like that liberation piece of it. So to me, rap music is very political, as someone who was kind of encultured in a different way. And so it's just like, I think artists, specifically rappers, have to start making political statements when they don't endorse these things, so they can let these systems go to create better systems. You know what I'm saying? Because every time that an artist gets up on that stage and is happy that they won 5 Grammys, it illegitimizes you when you get snubbed 5 years later. Because it's okay when you win and you're not the one being snubbed, and we're all uplifting you because we don't want to seem like haters, but at the same time, I know I got slighted. I can't even say that as an artist, because then I
Yeah.
get blackballed.
You know
Yep.
what we need? We need to go back to having Source Awards, Vibe Awards, fucking MTV, like not even MTV Awards, because I feel like they do the same shit. It's another like Vibe.
Nah, fuck MTV.
I used to like MTV, but now
I used to. They're too far gone.
Don't
It's
get me
out of
started.
here.
I've been
It's outta
watching
here.
Jersey Shore for like the past 3 days, so don't get me started. No, I like the
Nah,
show,
MTV
some of
is
the
outta here.
content,
Right.
But I think that the MTV Awards have also led to a lot of problems in terms of that same conversation. It's like you said, it's very curious. It's very interesting to me when you say like it illegitimizes when you get snubbed 5 years later, right? Because it also illegitimizes the fact that there are a million artists that have gotten Source Awards, Vibe Awards, everything else.
Yep.
People make it seem like this the what is it in the entertainment realm? They say that you want to get the EGOT, right? Emmy, Grammy, Oscar. and Tony.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, first of all, who's Tony?
It's a Broadway award.
Who is no? I know, but I'm saying,
Oh.
who the fuck is Tony? Who the fuck
I don't
is
know
who
Tony.
Oscar?
White guy.
Like, who is Emmy? That sounds like another white lady. Like, I just don't. I just don't like the fact that
man.
we put all of our
Stock.
confidence. Yeah, like our stock, our human stock, right? Like our spiritual stock into these fucking established fucking things that, like you say, they're not necessarily set up for us to win in it, but then they give us these very broad, vague categories to fight over.
Scraps.
and yeah, like it's
Yeah.
literally like the scraps.
Child.
So
But then, yeah.
it's troubling. It's just troubling, especially as an artist, right? Like I want to get my music to the most people that it can affect positively as possible, right? And if a Grammy is preventing me from reaching my audience, there's a problem there. It should just be
Yeah.
people are able to gravitate towards the music, fuck with it, and give it the flowers that it deserves on its own accord. You don't necessarily need a fucking trophy to symbolize like all of the hard work that you've done. And granted,
Yeah.
if I won a Grammy, I'd have my mother there, I'd have my father there, I would cry, all
Right.
kinds of shit because it is a big thing.
Right.
But
Right.
why?
Well, but to be recognized in general, I think most people would appreciate.
That's
Right.
what.
So
it is.
I think that's where that
understand
comes
part.
from. Right. But it all really comes down to like whatever the masses of people gravitate towards, that's what's going to be the norm. Or even deeper than that, like I think what like Zara was saying, the artists are really ultimately in control of that. Because if all the artists get together and say, fuck them Grammys, I'm not going to the Grammys, I'm not performing at the Grammys, I'm not doing all that shit, then guess what's over?
The Grammys.
The Grammys. It's
That
done.
Little Baby
It's
performance.
it's
I
out of
saw,
here.
Like, snips of that.
Was it 5?
It was very powerful.
Okay.
And what the issue to me is, how many niggas watch the Grammys in general?
It used to be a lot.
Probably. Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
I don't know how many. I would assume that most people that listen to Little Baby probably not tuning into the Grammys like it's a fucking like.
Right.
These days, probably not. No.
So when I saw his performance, it was around Black Lives Matter and the protests and police brutality. It was very powerful. It was very moving, and I
Right.
really enjoyed it.
Right.
But it's weird because of the platform. Who are they selling that ideology?
I see what you're saying. I see what
And
you're
so
saying.
to me, it's creating more division, right? Because it's they're shoving this agenda in your face. Whether even though it's a beautiful agenda, it's something that I fully support and stand
Right.
behind, you know. But it's just like you got to think about it from another person's perspective. If I'm somebody who's never heard of Little Baby, and now I watch his performance on the Grammys, and he's fucking getting harassed by police, and you know, what if you're a Blue Lives Matter supporter, or what are these other like, you know, whatever the fuck, and it's like, I don't know what you're trying to get across. I don't know if you're trying to amplify their hatred for it, if you're trying to get them to see like the other side. I don't understand the
I think,
actual
yeah.
point of it.
Yeah, I think it's just them knowing it's gonna be such a large white audience, them trying to relay their message
Make
in
white
a
people uncomfortable.
yeah. Ultimately,
And
that's yeah,
off top-
that's what they. I'm just saying that's
them niggas
I think that's what their goal is. Like I think that's what they're reaching to do, because yeah, like if you're trying to get your message out to as many people as possible, right? And you're offered the opportunity to perform at the Grammys, where you know it's gonna be all of white America, you know, tuned in, locked in, and it's like, well, fuck it, I'm performing. You know, I got this platform. Let me speak about some real shit that I think is important in the world.
Because I would do the same thing.
And yeah, because like, hey, at the end of the day, it's like if you there, then fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm here now.
And like I said, I really appreciate the fact that him as a creator said, "Hey, I'm taking this position because it needs to be said to these people." Because a lot of times people don't.
Yeah, I think I would have
I've
more.
noticed that nowadays people have drawn like a very thick line in the sand in terms of where they stand on a lot of these politicized issues or whatever.
Right.
So that's why it's kind of puzzling, because like I said, the audience and the creator's message mixed with what the actual, like, did he win any Grammys? I don't think he actually won anything.
He was nominated for 2 or 3, I think, though.
So that's cool, right? You're a Grammy
He should've
nominated
won
artist
one.
now. That's great,
He's been
especially in the hip hop realm.
Yeah, but the thing, this is my thing, though, and I feel what you're saying, but I'm a sore loser, so there's no way that I'm getting nominated for Best New Artist 2 or 3 times in a row. I'm not going to keep going. And
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just
Hey.
this is his second year in a row being not him and Roddy Rich. Y'all both
J.
keep getting
J.
nominated.
Cole, prime example.
But J. Cole took his stance and he has pride in his artistry and his craft. He's not going to continue to pander to these people.
No, that's why I say that, because it's like, because he after the first 2 times or so when he saw what was going on, he was like, oh no, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this.
Didn't Kendrick perform at the Grammys?
He did.
For
He
To Pimp a Butterfly, and he did like another like social justice statement.
And he got snubbed too though that year, I think.
he got snubbed, and then
Macklemore.
he also performed with Beyonce on the Grammys too. Was it the Grammys? It was some award show. It might have.
I don't think he performed with Beyonce.
But I was just having this conversation too about, in general, right? Artists that we haven't heard from in years. So like Big Sean just dropped last year. But before that, he was MIA. Drake, we're still waiting for Drake to drop. Kendrick, Cole, all of these people. Notice how they don't play the streaming game, right?
Yeah.
Except for Drake. Drake plays the streaming game, but
yes, he does.
I think he's always kind of been like the artist that's in the quote unquote in the game. Itself.
Didn't he say something at the Grammys, Drake? He said something at the Grammys, right?
I think he said something. He won because he won his first one, I think, like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, I think he got I know he won one for Take Care, but like it was like maybe 2 years ago or so, maybe a year or two, where he won the Grammy and he got on stage and said, basically was like, yeah, this don't mean shit. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that was years ago.
I know why I brought up Drake specifically, because I read a stat that his fucking, or maybe I was listening to a pod or something, but they were saying how his Scary Hours album, it grossed fucking like 900 million streams, something crazy, like some crazy stats.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it would have been the top of the Billboard, but it wasn't eligible because it wasn't something, right?
Yeah, it's not long enough to qualify
Right.
Yeah.
as
There's only 3
chartable.
songs, right?
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So that's where it's all kind of connected back to me, because it's about artists putting out their music and then interacting or gaining the support and the notoriety from the people that they want it from, right? Because like you said, J. Cole doesn't pander to people. You know, Kendrick's not pandering to anybody. Drake, you could argue he's a little panderish. He's a little panda. He's a little panda. But
He selectively panders.
yeah, but I wouldn't even call it pandering, because a lot of times, right, he's from an area where there's a heavy island influence, so he does an island reggae tone vein song, you know, when he
Right.
does work. Or he goes to Europe, or he goes in London and shit all the time. He has a fucking whatever out there, so he makes drill music out there,
Right.
grime music.
Yeah.
I get it. Some people can call that pandering. So I look at it more like collaborating, whatever. It's a very icky line. But nonetheless, it seems to me, though, that these artists, they're so well thought out, right? Because when J. Cole drops, I guarantee you it's going to go platinum first week.
Oh,
I
yeah.
guarantee you.
Who's not running to J. Cole?
But what is platinum? Is that 150?
That's $1 million.
That's $1 million.
That's
You
$1
think
Million
J.
records
Cole's-
sold.
You think J. Cole is selling 1 million records in 1 week?
Yes, because Drake just did,
If not a
900
mil-
some thousand stream, like he almost got platinum off a 3-pack.
Okay, so not to drag this conversation out, but I like this type of stuff. But my question is this: with that, do you think it's fair that we still use the standards of platinum and gold and all that stuff when people aren't technically buying albums anymore? Because I think it's a slap in the
No.
face to artists
It is.
Well,
who
it was.
That's part of the
sold
reason why we don't get
100
paid.
million albums.
Yeah, well, but see, it was never really fair in all aspects. But now they need to update the rules, because it doesn't make sense now. Like, they're steady trying to update the shit to figure it out, to keep up. Well, no, let me not say that. They figured it out. They know what it is. They just gotta figure out how we gonna muddy it up and, you know, present it to you so that we can keep our back in, and y'all can still look like y'all doing successful shit and making your numbers and everything.
Yeah, and I think that's why it's so important to do what Clips and Jew did earlier, where they talked about the numbers, because when you think about it, a lot of times artists get fucked over because other artists don't talk about numbers. So then once you get a fucked up number, you think that's gold when really it's not, and you don't have any point of reference because everybody so scared to say they
Yeah.
broke. Not saying that that's what we were saying, but just saying in general, artists don't make no whole bunch of money, and that's why I really
Yeah.
like that Journey episode that Joe Budden put on his Patreon.
I enjoyed that too. I
I
really
thought
enjoyed
that was
that.
so dope, like how they were just being honest. Like this is not
Yeah.
butterflies and
It's not
rainbows.
working. This
It's
isn't
not.
working. I've been sitting in a fucking studio with a very small budget given to me by a label, and I've been told I have to pay this back and I have to make it work. What the
And
fuck
then-
am I supposed to do by myself?
And then because of these contracts and what's in them and shit, like you can't even talk about the shit. Like you can't talk about it. You can't like, cause all the shit that they post on Instagram with the Rolls Royces, the cash on the floor, the penthouses, whatever it may be, that's not their shit. That's the budget. That's
why-
that's the lifestyle marketing that we're putting
Literally.
around you. You don't have shit. You're you are broke as fuck. You
One
ain't
thing-
got nothing.
One thing I'm kind of looking forward to, right, with me getting started on an actual music career or whatever the fuck you want to call it, I'm really excited to tour. Because I am a very personable person.
You think you gonna like doing that shit, Drew? You introverted
Hell
as
yeah.
fuck. We'll see.
Listen, here's the thing.
Well,
Here's the
it
thing.
depends on who you got around them.
It's the me finally being able to work in a field that I give a fuck about. So when I was, staying up 12 hours a night in a fucking magazine printing company that I didn't give a fuck about, I hated every second of it. I hated my life. I hated everything.
Of course.
So for now, when I get into that position that I really want, it's not gonna feel like work to me. Yes, I'll get tired. Yes, I'll get overwhelmed. Yes, I'll get frustrated. But at the same time, I'll know that this is where the fuck I was supposed to be all along. So I think I just come from a very different motivated state. Like, I don't give a fuck if I have to do the Chitlin circuit, the quote unquote Chitlin circuit. Put me in Mobile, Alabama in a fucking, in the
Right.
middle of nowhere and in a hole in the wall club with a bunch of ratchet niggas that got guns. I don't care.
Because
I
it's
don't
my
care.
shit.
Because it's my shit. This is my journey, and I'm gonna take every fucking step I need to get to where the fuck I need to go. And in this shit, I take this shit totally different than I ever took any job I've ever had in my life. And you can ask any of my supervisors. They love talking to me. They love my personality. They love the kind of work ethic that I do give when I give a fuck. But they would always, they'll tell you he didn't care about it. He didn't care about it. It's very obvious. I struggle with hiding that. I don't give a fuck. Like, you can't force me to care about some shit that I'm not making all the money off of. When it comes to this, if me touring and I gotta sell merch and I gotta come up with ideas for merch and I gotta continue to write music to even tour with, that's the shit that I'm gonna sit down and I'll work 13 hours a day on. I'll work 15 hours a day on that shit and sacrifice my sleep because
Happily.
Because it's
Happily.
like at the end of the day, I know what the fuck I'm doing for my family, my friends, and the people who care about me. Because I'm doing the same, you know what I mean? Like there's an actual opportunity there for me.
Right.
So that's why
Facts.
I love the idea, the thought, and that's why it sucks when I look at my fucking distro kid and I made $15 off of my album that's been out now for close to a year, and I put so much time. I put probably 4 years worth of effort into it, but I can't
Yeah.
be mad, right? Because I'm independent. I own my own shit. So I don't have a marketing team behind me. I don't have a fucking PR person behind me pushing social media. I don't have any of that stuff. So I understand why my front end doesn't look the way it should. I get that. I haven't put work into that area. But when it comes to writing and making sure I'm networking with people, talking to the right people, getting in the right spaces, that's the shit that I care about right now because that's what's gonna matter 10 years
That's
from now.
always what's gonna matter. Always.
Always. That's what I keep. You got to be able to prioritize certain shit. So that's why I like the fact that we talk about shit like this, where a Grammy, it don't mean shit. It's great to be recognized and get your flowers and have the opportunity to perform in front of all of these different people in such a mass audience. It's great. And I'm sure, like I said, if I won that, I would cry. I would have my mama there, everything. But it's just
Absolutely.
not what I do it for. So that's why I take the Jay-Z, just to bring it back full circle, that's why I take the Jay-Z stance on a lot of this shit. Own your own shit. Fuck the people who say that you can't do something. Figure out a way to do it yourself. And then on top of that, look for equity in something.
Right.
Don't listen to
In
nobody
something.
else besides yourself, because if you nobody got you to where you are besides you. You know what I mean? You have the power and the position to talk to whoever the fuck you want, give people good vibes, bad vibes. That's on you as a person. So if to me that's work. That's work. Talking to people, meeting people, letting people get to know me, opening myself up and my past and what the fuck I've been through. That's like all a part of the job description to me, right?
Yeah.
So
It is.
I really appreciate that we have a platform, our damn self, to even talk about shit like this, because I wouldn't have nobody to talk to I would have nobody to talk to about this. shit
Vent,
like
get
this.
some shit out there.
Yeah,
I feel
because
you.
it's crazy. It's just crazy to me, bro. I can't wait till I'm getting a fucking 20. I can't wait till I'm getting 200.
It's venting.
Vent. I said vent clips. I can't.
200 occasion. I can't wait. I can't wait.
For sure. Nah, but I 100% stand by everything you just
That
said.
was not a rant.
It's been.
Yeah, it wasn't a rant. It was a vent. It wasn't a
Yeah,
rant.
it was a
vent.
it was a vent. It was a vent. We gonna call it a vent.
It was a vet.
Oh man, but I mean, we could like I kind of do like off that long vent that you just had.
That long
I'll share
vent.
something.
Screaming, hollering.
But nah, I'll just share something personal, just real quick, and then we can kind of wrap it up here.
Lord.
It's just real quick, but no. So kind of like what he was saying about, just like, yeah, I'm at work, I'm doing the job and everything, but I don't really care about this shit. Like I'm trying to figure out like what I can do for my shit so that I can put energy into what I really, really want to. And that's something that kind of like has hit me. It's something that I've always cared about, or that I've always kind of, focused on. But in the last 2 years, I would say that's been really, really eating at me, because like, I went to college, I graduated, and I got my job or whatever, and I'm doing not in my degree field, but I was working, and I was going to work, and at that time I was motivated to do my job because I was broke, I didn't have no money, I was with my now wife, and, we had plans. We wanted to get a house. I needed a new car. I had to do all this shit. I had all this shit I was grinding for. And then once I finally was able to do most of the shit that I set out to do through countless fucking hours of just working at my job, because I work a commission-based job. And so that's work that I have to put in to get to where I want to be. And so once I did that, I got there, and I'm going to work every day. I'm doing it. It just got harder and harder and harder for me to care about this shit. It's like, cause like I don't want to be here. I want to be off somewhere doing my own shit. Like y'all are cool. I fuck with some of my coworkers. Like I fuck with all my coworkers. I fuck with all my coworkers. They're cool people. But this job shit, I'm not trying to be here with y'all niggas. I want to do what I want to do. And I'm not gonna get too deep into that aspect, but that's really just the premise of it. Like if you don't consciously make that decision, it will weigh on you eventually, because it's just your body, your mind is telling you like, fam, you don't care about this shit. You can't keep putting yourself through this day in and day out, wasting countless hours of your life on this shit that you don't give a fuck about. Yeah.
You got to give.
That's it.
Oh,
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
no, I was just saying that, like, I mean, but back to the golden word, sacrifice. Get used to it. It's a part of being a grown up. To anyone who's listening who ain't there yet.
Yeah.
Like, every day that you decide to go work for someone else, you sacrifice your own personal time. And if you're giving more than 10 hours of your day to someone else, then you leaning more towards slavery than the latter. So I think that
Not leaning.
I was being liberal.
I work
It's like-
12-hour shifts with 1 20-minute break.
Slavery.
No, that's slavery.
Yeah,
That's
we're
get
slavery.
fuck out of here.
Working upwards of 60 hours a week,
Slavery.
mind you.
And so
Mm.
I think that one thing our generation, we have a choice that our parents and our grandparents didn't have. We have a choice to be self-starters and entrepreneurs. And you might have to make sacrifices. You might not be as fly as everybody else right now. Might not be able to travel like everybody else, or you might not be able to do all these things you see everybody else doing. But they also too are working 60-hour weeks with 12-hour days with 1 20-minute break. So yeah, they can flex in their new Jordans, but at what point are they going to have their own thing? Because the same amount of time and effort you put into yourself that you put into your job, you get equal, if not better, benefits in return on those things. So
Absolutely.
I just think it's about taking the risk and believing in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, then you maybe should just stay where you are in the current situation.
Yeah, because it's not for everybody. I'm not gonna say that it's not for everybody's lifestyle. Some people need that in their life. That structure. Yeah. Right. Some people need that, and that's totally fine. I'm not trying to shit on nobody, but speaking from a standpoint.
Oh, I missed it. What was the joke?
I'm just kidding.
What was the joke?
Just kidding.
What did she say? No.
Nothing. I made a funny face per usual.
Oh my God. Oh, I love you, man. But anyways, but no, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to shit on nobody's personal lifestyle decisions. I'm just speaking from me as somebody who wants to do different things creatively. It's damn near impossible to operate in a structural atmosphere because you're not gonna be there mentally all the time. You're just not. There's no way you could possibly do that.
Real quick, you know what? One hip hop story that I really love is I don't know if you guys have heard from the dude from Flint, BFB Pac-Man.
I have not heard.
He's the rapper that works for the Postal Service, but he kept his job. And he's an independent artist from Flint, Michigan. He made that song "Free Joe Exotic" with Sada Baby.
He's stuffing the mailbox with the mixtape.
So Pete, he has a job with the government, and they allowed him to go. Basically, like they would give him PTO, so he could go out and shoot videos in Times Square and all this other shit. He's been doing this over the past year, I'd probably say. Since the quarantine.
That's dope.
I love it because he's emphasizing the fact every time you see him on Say Cheese Instagram, he always says, "Why would I quit my job? I like my job. I get paid. I have benefits that are government. I have government benefits, but it's a government job, and it's like I can also take my money from that and put it into something that I give a fuck about. Because I'm so happy.
That's how most people get up there.
That somebody from Flint, somewhere that's one of the poorest places in the entire country. I love the fact that somebody from there is telling you guys, hey, keep the 9 to 5. But guess what? You still have to invest in yourself. It doesn't have to define who you are as a person. It's literally just a tool. Like everything else, money is a tool.
Everything is a tool.
And that's why I wish I would have gotten that when I was fucking 19 coming out of college, after dropping out and shit, getting kicked out. I wish I would have had the initiative when I first started that job, that fucking slave ship job. I wish I would have had the common sense to say, all right, John, you don't need a $300 pair of True Religions, bro. You don't need slugs for your mouth. You don't need them because I don't even wear them no more. I lost them. So it's like, and my True Religions, I got a stain in them, so I can't even wear them. They all white True. So it's like you wasting $500 there when I've spent
that's tough
on my setup. I've spent more than that. And I appreciate now, the value of my shit. Well, my dad used to always tell me that. He'd be like, you working so that you have something to show for it.
Exactly.
And so for me, what I take pride in is my fucking setup. My computer, my monitors, everything. Because I worked for it. I ordered the shit. I set it up. I fucking did the research I had to do what I wanted to do with my time. So when I quit that job a couple years ago, or last year before the pandemic really started.
The pandemic,
yeah. So when I quit that and I had money saved up and I was able to kind of navigate this space a little bit more with, a little bit more freedom and less anxiety, I think that something like that story, it should be fucking frontline, it should be front page news. It should be on fucking USA Today. It should be on New York Times. It should be on Good Morning America. It should be everywhere because there's nobody fucking doing that. Nobody is promoting, hey, keep your job. You might hate it. If you hate it, you can get another job. And if the real idea here is to use that to push you. You want to use that money as a tool. Once again, that's all. This is not a rant, but this is an event. It's another event. Real quick, then at the end of the pod. But I just want to implore everybody out there. If you have a regular job that you fucking hate, use that shit for what the fuck you give a fuck about. Do what the fuck
Just
you wanna do.
figure something out on the side.
Make a
Invest in
plan.
yourself. Invest in something. Invest in someone else.
Bitcoin.
You know, do some. all right. We not.
I'm just playing.
Yeah, please don't give no financial advice.
Even though I bought a little bit. But hey,
The members of this podcast is canceled are not financial advisors and are not responsible for any revenue lost.
All my assets are liquid. I don't even invest. I live like an old rich black woman, so I am not the one to tell you about finances. Bitcoin.
She really does, but for other reasons. I'm not gonna get into it though. I'm not gonna put all her business out there. It's all good though.
all right. Hey, this has been.
Listen, what a great show we had. Oh shit! No, before we outro this shit, I do want to just do a quick acknowledgement because we did have a couple cash apps come through. I'm not gonna put everybody's business out there, but Jenny and Omari, thank y'all for coming through with the cash apps. Honestly, really thank you.
So shout out to Lore and then shout out to Jenny Bunny. I see you in there. So thank you.
Lore, Omari is Lore.
Yeah, I believe so.
Lord, my guy, hey, I appreciate you, man. I fuck with you, honestly, man. You going crazy. Let me not even
Hey,
like
let me
where are
get a
you?
job with you.
Where are you at? Like you be in the youth? Where are you at? Are you in the Discord? Are you in like I don't be seeing you
Discord.
nowhere.
He's in
the Discord.
Yeah, he's in the JBP one.
Okay. But look, hey, shout out to you, man. No, you've been fucking with us. I appreciate that shit. Shout out to Jenny. Shout out to everybody watching this shit. Oh
Thank
man.
y'all. Thank y'all.
Nah, it was Omari Hardwick.
Oh,
Pal.
Ghost.
Come on, man. Y'all think I would? Come on now.
It
Come
all
on,
started
now.
in Milwaukee.
You need to let that ghost go.
Yes, we gonna let him
Stop
go.
chasing the ghost.
I'm supposed to win, man. They got me chasing ghosts. All right.
Wow.
I'll go ahead, Drew, man. Let me toss it over to you. Let's get us out of here.
Boom. This has been episode 14 of This Podcast is Canceled. Thank you all for joining us today. Again, in the YouTube, we have our Cash App up on the screen. If you would like to donate, you do not have to. That is not a requirement, but we do appreciate it. We will give you a shout out, obviously. Thank you, my boy Clips. Fucking follow him on socials and watch his YouTube videos and tell them JBP niggas to put more shit up on the main channel because creators we here and we made content for y'all. No, I'm just bullshitting. But
We trying to
Zara.
create, man. I got some shit on the way, man. I got some shit on the way. Just fuck with me. If you're creative, I got some shit on the way, man.
Boom.
Go ahead.
So, lovely co-host Miss Zara. Thank you for joining us tonight as well. Follow her on her Instagram, Shiva the Destroyer. Her motherfucking Twitter is Cream Shiva. And I believe
Zara has a podcast.
I was just about to say, I think you did something. You did a thing. Would you like to speak on that real quick?
Yeah, I mean, you guys can look it up if y'all want to, but it's called It's Mauve. So it's ITS apostrophe S space Mauve MAUVE.
Heard you.
And
Copy.
Y'all can
I
check
think
it
that's on Spotify, no?
out. Yeah, it's on all streaming platforms.
Oh shit, it's on
Every
all
single
streaming
one.
platforms.
Every single
Damn.
one, just like this podcast. Crazy.
Yeah.
Our shit is probably in the algorithms together, low key. But
There you go.
More than, when they pop up on my Spotify, they are. But
oh, they pop up on my Apple. Everything pop up all together too. So that's great that the algorithms are algorithming. So once again, this has been episode 14. I'm Drew. Y'all can follow me on Instagram and listen to my music. I got it all over the place. Drew Graham. Yeah, it's my link tree is on my Instagram. If y'all fuck with it, y'all fuck with it. If you don't, I appreciate you listening anyway. That part, go listen anyway. But yeah, we out, man. This was a hell of an episode. We'll see y'all next week, same time, same place.
Great
same
episode.
faces. So, thank
Yes,
you
sir.
bye.
Thank y'all, man.
guys. Good night, everybody, and God bless.
We out.
We out.
Wait, do we?